Hello and welcome to the Nippon Geishi Hall here in Nagoya, Japan. We are just about 10 minutes away from the start of our first game from the second day of competition as Brazil take on Italy. Brazil undefeated, winning 3-0 in their opening game, and Italy losing 3-2 in a sensational match to Iran. And so Italy will want the comeback. The FIVB World Grand Champions Cup is in Japan as 6 of the top men's volleyballing nations battle it out for glory. It's day 2 of competition as the teams get ready to have at it again. And up next, it's Brazil taking on Italy right here at the Nippon Geishi Hall in Nagoya. Hello everybody, welcome. Clayton Lucas with you for the start of day 2 action from the FIVB World Grand Champions Cup here in Nagoya, Japan. And to get things going, we've got a rerun of the Olympic final from Rio 2016 as Brazil take on Italy. Two teams just going through the final phase of the warm-up with the serving and a chance for the liberos to do a bit of passing. This is currently how the table looks. The United States are ahead of Brazil on points ratio and Iran in second place. Those 3 teams were victorious on day 1. Italy, France, Japan with some catching up to do. It's a round-robin competition, which means everybody plays everybody. So there'll be 5 matches for each of the teams. The winner crowned at the end of the competition by virtue of having the most points. Brazil were victorious in straight sets in their match on day 1. Bruno, the starting setter for his team, and Gianelli, the starting setter for his team, played exceptionally well, and for Gianelli he was unlucky. He was in a really intense battle with Maruf of Iran. And it was a close run thing. A little bit easier by looking at the scoreline for Brazil. However, the set scores were a lot closer than which didn't belie the actual scoreline. 27-25, 27-25 the first 2 sets went, before it was a slightly more comfortable 25-22. For Italy against Iran, they lost the first set to 19, won the second to 23, then they lost the third 26-28 before winning the fourth 31-29, eventually going down 15-11 in the decider. Both Gianelli and Bruno play their club volleyball in Italy, so they will be familiar with each other with regards to domestic competition as well as international. This is the squad that Brazil have with them. No Lipe here, he's still injured post the Olympics. No Wantarena or Zaitsev here for Italy. But that does mean the likes of Mazzoni, Sabi and Antonov have been having opportunities to play. So the anthem's about to begin. We'll start with Brazil and finish with Italy.
At this time, would you please stand for the national anthem of Brazil? And now, the national anthem of Italy.
So the referees today in charge is Nasir Shaban from Egypt, and he will be ably assisted by Denny Cespedes of the Dominican Republic. Nasir Shaban on the left of your screen.
Tonight's international referees. The first referee from Egypt is Mr. Nasir Shaban. And the second referee from Dominicana, Mr. Denny Cespedes.
The referees have been introduced. Time to meet the players ahead of the start of this one.
First, the national team of Brazil. Number 1, Bruno.
So this is how Brazil line up, and it's the same team that saw off France with Bruno setting, and opposite him, number 8 is Wallace, Maurizio and Lucarelli through the outside, Lucas and Souza through the middle. And it'll be Thiago Brendel as the libero. That is who Renan Del Totto has decided to get the job done. So for Italy, it's the same lineup for them as well. That started against Iran. This is how they will be on the court. So Luca Vettori in the opposite slot, number 4. Simone Gianelli, number 6, is setting. Number 9, Daniel Mazzoni is through the middle. Filippo Lanza, number 10, is through the outside. Matti Piano, number 14, through the middle. And the other outside hitter is Oleg Antonov, number 16. Massimo Calacci is the libero, along with Fabio Balasso, number 7. Lorenzo Blangini couldn't quite mastermind a victory yesterday, and it hasn't got any easier for him today now, as he's up against the Olympic champions, the team that pipped his team in that final in Rio at the Maracanãzinho. Brazil in blue serving, Italy in white receiving. This is the First match from the second day of competition of the FIVB World Grand Champions Cup here in Nagoya, Japan. And Wallace doesn't find the floor, but that fell very kindly for Lucarelli. And the first point goes the way of Brazil. Maurizio to serve again. Nice work by Vettori, a fan favourite. Was substituted out during the middle of the game against Iran, with Giulio Sabbi coming in to replace him. He'll be looking to hold his place on court here if he can in this game. That's a good serve. I think that needs to go the other way. And the referee is just calling over the lines judge for a quick chat before we go into maybe a possible challenge. Did the ball hit the block and then the antenna? And the lines judge said no, it hit the antenna first, so there'll be a challenge coming from Brazil, as they think that it hit the block and then the antenna. That red and white pole, for those of you that aren't sure or don't know, it's an extension of the sideline which goes up infinitely, so the ball must pass inside it. It mustn't pass over it or outside it, and it mustn't hit it. Any of those three things happen and the ball is deemed to be out of play. So the question is, who did it... Oh, it's a big antenna touch actually from Vettori. The ball was nowhere near it.
The challenge was successful.
Well, that's a tricky one from where the lines judge is looking, because he'll see that ball go across and the antenna then moving, and it would look from his perspective as if the ball would have caught it. Lucas with the serve. Nice reverse set from Gianelli. It looked spectacular, didn't it? But it was a positive set from Gianelli, and what that means is that ball came to him mid-court and he just continued it on its way over his head behind, and that is a brutal serve from Vettori, beating Thiago Brendel. Oh dear, Brendel will be ruining the fact that he moved into court. Another big serve. There's a chance here for Italy. Well, there was a chance, but a simple block from Sousa and Wallace to shut down Oleg Antonov. Wallace now to serve. That's better from Antonov as he gets that one away. And he goes back to serve. Lanza now into the front row with Gianelli. And Daniele Mazzoni. It's an easy lead for Brazil. Lucarelli. Well, Mazzoni stood there and he was shaking in his shoes, wasn't he, as that one came at him from Wallace. It's well to hold his ground. But what a swing that was from Wallace down the line. Sousa for Brazil. Blengini covering his mouth because he knows that Bruno and Lucas will understand what he's saying. Lucas with Bruno played in Modena in Italy last season, the season before last. Both players then returned to Sessi in the Superliga in Brazil. Bruno is now back with Modena in Italy for this season, but not Lucas. Vettori puts that down in front of Bruno. So Italy playing well in these opening exchanges. He'll go back to serve. He's got takes his time over his pre-serve routine. He's getting close to that 8-second mark. That's a wonderful serve. It is so important that you have a pre-serve routine, that you get your mind focused, ready to go and attack the ball. It's not about starting a rally, it's about winning a point if you can, and that's exactly what he's done. 103 kilometers an hour, beating Lanza, getting Brazil the point and giving them an 8-7 lead at the technical timeout. Maurizio. Oh, that might have been going long. We'll never know because Massimo Colacci played it. Couldn't get out of the way of it. Take your pick. Well, he was trying to get out of the way of it. Too late. What a serve. That's a little too close. Bruno has to leave it. That'll stay in play. Brilliant. Some skills from Italy. And they get the block as well. Well, it looked like Bruno had foxed the Italian defence. But then they brought out a little bit of genius footwork. Followed up by an excellent block by Vettori. You get the feeling Lucas is going to miss Bruno this season. Those two have been playing volleyball together now for so long. National team and with club. Wonder how Lucas will fare without Bruno. Another point for Italy. They're back on level terms. That was clever, was it? Bruno's having a little look to see where the middle blocker was. He'll take his eye off the ball and then get back to it again. Hollis. Vittori and Sabi with some big shoes to fill, as it were, with Zaitsev not being here, and it is an opportunity for them to try and stake a place for a more permanent position with the team as the first six player. And Italy in the past have used Zaitsev as an outside, as a swing hitter. And did well to get out of the way of that one. Only with the unforced error. Italy trying to run the middle off that big serve. Almost worked. Oh, good touch from Sousa. Didn't know much about it. And a nice dig by Colaci. Looking for touches, not given. There'll be a challenge coming.
The challenge by Italy.
So a challenge for block touch.
It
looks like we're sort of setting up as if they're going to play. Maybe Sousa was the guilty party. We'll find out whether he touched it or not. Everybody's looking up to the big screen. No. As Maurizio went past, there was no touch. Italy now call the timeout. Brazil with a 3-point lead. Just shows you from the slow-mo how late the block is. That press needs to be before the spiker hits the ball, ideally speaking. Lucarelli. Well done by Lanza. Working the block. Bruno's thinking about it. Oh, he just couldn't get himself through as he went through that maze of TVs and chairs and wires. Good hip movement from Bruno. Trying to wiggle his way through. Past the camera, but not able to bring the ball back. A crushing spike from Wallace to bring up the technical timeout. Brazil with a 3-point lead in this first set. That's a big point for Brazil off the back of the second technical timeout. They've not allowed Italy back into this one and are beginning to ease away. A nice touch from Gianelli. We're seeing some volleyball 101 here from Brazil. Serve tough, free ball back, and then punish the team with transition. 3.31 meters, the spike height. That's from the shot from Lucas. Italy were playing that ball on the side of Brazil, so the referee showed an illegal play with that signal, playing the ball over. You are allowed to touch the ball on the opponent's side of the net. Those of you that play the game will understand this. You can only do it, though, when the other team is attacking, and that's why blockers put their hands across the net, and that is an ace serve from Bruno, and Brazil are definitely in control of this set. Changes for Italy. Oleg Antonov has gone off. He's being replaced by Luigi Randazzo. I'd imagine he's going to be a bit of a target here. He's in that area of traffic anyway that Bruno's probably wanting to serve into, but a little change of pace from Bruno. It might prove fortuitous, and it certainly provides another point. Italy was scrambling to get that ball in the air from the rolled shot serve with a very focused Bruno. Oh, it was a free swing through the outside for Vettori. Wallace jumped in the middle. Surprised Vettori didn't go and bounce that one inside the 3-meter line. Lanza with the serve. That's a little too tight. Well, Wallace did very well to get on that, getting in Vittori's way. Italy now with a chance. Now Wallace shuts him down one-on-one. Vittori looking for a roll shot, didn't go and have a full swing on that. And he gets put down. Wallace watching, steps inside, is already going outside, way across the net. Brilliant block. Maurizio. That one's down as a hitting area. Looked for a second as if it come off Wallace, but it wasn't to be. And Randazzo not having the best of introductions at the moment. 2 points required for Brazil to take this first set. Piano. That is an incredible angle from Lucarelli. The ball was a little tight to the net, and it just looks as if Italy were trying to close down the line because they left that cross-court angle. And it's now set point for Brazil. Lucas with the serve. It's a very good serve. Oh, it's an ace serve. Lanza wanted to have a pipe attack. Colaci is stood watching. No one goes to play it. Bruno and co go around the other side of the net. 25-15, taking the first set, leading 1-0. That's a job well done for Brazil, taking the first set. Certainly give Italy something to think about as we have a look at the statistics being provided. Italy making 9 errors and Brazil just 4. Brazil making more digs. Both teams sticking with the same sixes that started the match as we get ready for the second set. Away we go with the second set. Lucas is slowed down through the middle. That's a decent touch by Mazzoni. And Vettori looks like he shoved that straight into the antenna. So I think there might be a challenge coming as to whether or not it hit the block first and went into the antenna. So a block touch is the signal. And then that's what the challenge referee, Mr. Li Jiong from China, will be looking at, along with the challenge techie bods.
The challenge by Italy, antenna touch.
チームイタリアアンテナタッチに関するチャレンジです。
Ball is straight into the antenna first, and you can see Vettori.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
By Vettori's contact on the ball, he's cutting to the side of that ball, so he's always taking it away from everybody instead of hitting into the hands and trying to go block out. Brazil then take the first point. Lucas with a big serve. Nicely passed, actually. Chances here. Vettori again struggling. He may well find himself coming off. Really, Sabi will make no bones about getting on court. He's warming up in the substitutes area. Sensing probably that he might be getting an opportunity if Vettori can't sort himself out. Well, that's good work. Gianelli does that a lot. If you watched the game in match day 1, when any of his hitters made a mistake, he went back to them to re-establish them, which is great, but actually if kind of cotton onto that fact, could become a bit of a weakness. That's a good swing from Vettori. Now, Wallace just went a little bit too early, and it was a higher set than normal from Bruno. And Wallace just saying, no, it's a good one. That's fine. Brazil good for the lead, 3-1, 1-0 in sets. Wallace with the serve. Good lead from Colaci and Antonov. Gianelli. Somewhat telegraphed as Bruno jumped very, very early, left his hands straight, and even he wouldn't have been able to put the ball anywhere else than to the middle. Look at that. An instant piano was already up, he knew what was coming. Top swing from Lanza, and Italy now have moved in front. That's a good run of points from them, turning a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead. Lucarelli normally very accurate with those, with the line shots, and they're just going to check. Renan Del Zotto thinks it could well be in. Indeed it is in, and it's a great shot from Lucarelli. Good call by Renan Del Zotto. So the score now 4 apiece. It's Lucarelli with the serve. Another big swing from Italy. Well, the teams are pretty evenly matched physically. Expect lots of these hard hits. That's a really good swing from Lanzing to go to the line. Italy's just making too many errors. That's giving Brazil an easy ride at the moment. What a dig that is by Lucarelli. What a super block from Italy, tripling up on Maurizio. Absolutely nowhere for Maurizio to go. Piano. Good blocking again from Italy. 7-5 now for them. Brendel had that one covered. Lucas thumping that one. And Piano, he couldn't get his hips under the ball to send it far enough up in the air. Bruno with the serve. Oh, it's very nice from Antonov. Just the way that Gianelli dealt with the spin on that ball as well was pretty cool, wasn't it? So we head into the technical timeout. Italy leading by 2, but trailing by a set to nothing.
Però sappiamo tutti che è prendibile, ok? Ci deve candidare il
Oh, it's just an incredibly difficult serve to have to deal with. Vettori certainly has got himself going. He was in danger of being substituted out at one point, but certainly no danger of that at the moment with the way he's playing. And that's a good lead from Brazil. They thought maybe it was in for a second, did Italy, but then the coach don't bother challenging. Maurizio. Lucas just offering up a pair of hands to be used by Italy. There's a call of out, but Vettori's played it. And then Lanza just finishes it off. gone inside the antenna, so it was needed to be played. And Brazil have called a timeout. They are trailing here in this second set. Oleg Antonov. Great angle. Lanza with a brilliant swing. You could just see Italy's mood really geeing each other on. Lucas. Timmy should have laughed, but Bruno has just set Gianelli an overpass. Lanza's having a wry smile. This is brilliant from Gianelli. He's watching, he's watching. Thank you very much. Awesome play from Gianelli. That's a good leave from Brazil. It's so very well having a great play to get yourself a side out, but it's so important that you can try and back it up, at least by putting the ball in and making your opposition then have to play it. Wallace. For once, Lanza not finding his mark and Brazil closing the gap. Gianelli. Well, it's all momentum going Italy's way at the moment. Everything is working well for them, and even Vettori is smiling. Difficult to see at the moment how Brazil are going to get back into it. Italy not showing any signs of any errors. It's going to be a double substitution. So Renan in for some blocking and Rafa in to set. The big serving helping, but even saying that, Italy were able to run the middle. was a hitting error from Mattipiano, so Lucarelli will go again. Second technical timeout, and it's Italy leading over Brazil, but trailing by a set to love. Maurizio gets the block out. It's a hard-fought and well-worked point for Brazil, being able to contain Italy's attack. Just a bit too high for Rafa to get onto it. Full-on swing from Lanza. Lucas Spirito is coming in. Spirito is a blue volley player. He's new to the setup, just a handful of caps so far. Brazil reverse their double substitution. Spirito goes out as well for Italy. Oh, brilliant. Vettori is on fire. And that's a lovely set as well from Giannelli. Most of the time, setters put that ball to the right side of court with their back to it. That was just a lovely ball up from Giannelli. the best of sets from Gianelli to Vittori, his teammate at Trentino, and he then conspired to go against Italy from there. Italy calling the timeout.
Il 2, non aspetti solo la murata, il tempo per scendere da una mano all'uno con la diagonale fuori muro. La prima linea c'è, basta uno, non ne serve uno 5.
Good work from Oleg Antonov. Antonov now with the serve. Oh, it's a great dig. And that was unlucky. What a pickup that was for Italy by Balasso. What's had all day? Brilliant pickup. Massive block from Brazil. Lanza with nowhere to go, and Brazil now back to within one. They're beginning to press Italy here. And just like that, Brazil are back level. This looked to be a set that was going Italy's way. They had a big lead, and now they call their second timeout, Italy. Maurizio holding his ground and standing there saying, come on, hit me. And he got hit. It was too quick for him to do anything about it. Souza putting it down quickly. Brazil back level again. So some solid siding out from Italy to give them the lead, but they don't have any more timeouts left now. They do have substitutions if they need them. Brazil so far just used one timeout. They've got one left. It's Gianelli with the serve. Great dig by Gianelli. Well, Wallace finds a way through. So a huge blocking substitution. Isaac's come in for Maurizio. Interesting to see who goes where here. Isaac, whether he's going to stay at 4, go to the middle, or even go out to 2. Well, he won't be going out to 2. Bruno's going that way. Isaac's going to block at 4. Wallace keeps it in play. Oh, and despite the fact there was a massive block up against Lanza, he's able to make it his best friend, and Italy now move to within 2 of the second set, their first set of the match. Brazil leading 1-0. Good up from Lucarelli, just stood there, let it hit him. Oh, good swing from Maurizio, just when Brazil needed it. Fantastic rally. Sousa. Italy looking for side out for a set point chance. Oh, it's a net touch against Brazil. I think that might have been Lucas banging Bruno into the net. Bruno not arguing the point, so set point then for Italy. Piano it will be to serve. Well, whatever it was Blengini thought was coming didn't happen. And Brazil get it to 24 all. Bruno. Vittori again doing the job. Set point number 2 for Italy. Brazil now use their final timeout.
Fai questo e prendi mano fuori. Dentro con lui, tempo molto tardi anche se è una palla veloce. Ok? Attenti con perfetta.
Well, that's a cheap one really for Brazil. Oh, I suppose you could say he's got license to go and swing hard, because if he gets something from it, it's the set, isn't it, for Italy? So take your chance. It hasn't come off. And now it'll be Maurizio for Brazil. And Italy again, their side out's holding fast at the moment. How many chances are they going to need to take the set, though? just that one. Ace serve from Antonov. And Italy take the set 27-25. It's one set all here in Nagoya. Neither team made any changes again as we get ready for this third set. Souza with the ball. Filippo Lanza working the block. Lanza, another Trentino player for in Italy. Maurizio this time working the block the other way. Recovering deep by Colaci. Maurizio just not quick enough to get to that one. The volley attack from Wallace works. It's a huge serve from Maurizio. Brazil like to run that short behind the C-quick, and Wallace coming then on the combination over the top, and that opened up the middle of the court as a result. Very nice set from Gianelli, getting Lanza a one-on-one. Only with the serve to forget. Covering by Vettori. Oh, a massive block from Wallace. He got right across on Lanza for that one. This is indeed a monster block. Big ace serve from Brazil. So they're making inroads already in this third set, leading by 3. Lanza just couldn't contain that. Now it's got slightly outside of his body line. Italy are challenging. I think that might have been a block touch. Nice set from Oleg Antonov off his knees.
The challenge by Italy, net touch.
So they're looking for a net touch, not a block touch. Indeed there was. Wallace knocking Sousa into the net. Gianelli. Vettori shutting down Lucarelli with a huge block. Lanza, the captain on court, just being told to tell the teammates, just keep it down. We'll have none of that through the net, thank you. Lanza, as the on-court announcers just said, a tool time, indeed it is, as he gets that ball off of Wallace's block and away. Gianelli slipped on the playing surface as he landed. Now Wallace with the serve. Clever setting from Gianelli, putting maximum stress on Sousa. A huge swing from Wallace into the block and out of play. So Brazil have the lead at the first technical timeout of this third set. It's 1 set all.
Quando c'è Simo, ok? In modo che arriviamo bene sulla palla in mezzo. Dico è libero di prendere solo la sua chiamata. Non più, solo lì non più.
Lucarelli. That's a perfect pass. And a brilliant side out. Massive serve, awesome pass, brilliant spike. Frustration for Lanza as he couldn't get onto that one, but it's Brazil who have the side out. Oh, good up by Lucarelli. This time Wallace, and Vettori decides it to go alone. If that had been Brazil, and it was Wallace, he'd have jumped, then he would have set it out the other side. Because that's just how Brazil play. That is a quality pickup. And that's overcut by Vettori. Oh, what a serve that is from Sousa. I've never seen that before. A line spinner. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, that's just brilliant. Big swing from Oleg Antonov. So Italy sided out. They're a couple back at the moment. Bruno. Good leave. I'm not sure Antonov would have got to it. It's a moot point now anyway, because Bruno didn't find the court. Big ace serve for Antonov. He's playing really well for his country. It would normally be Juan Terena in that position. Antonov more than a match, doing a great job. Got himself an ace serve. Gianelli coming up with something different. Nobody expecting that one. And both Wallace and Lucas caught out. So Italy back on level terms as this third set starts to get interesting. Lucarelli opening up the cross court and then hitting that one over his shoulder to the line. Very nice swing from the outside hitter for Brazil. So a direct change, Isaac coming in for Souza. Isaac, a Sada Cruzeiro player, the only one now in the team. Wallace having left Cruzeiro and has gone to Taubaté. Quite a few of the team playing for them. Rafa setting for them. And Rodriguez is there, plus another couple, Tialis and Lucarelli. So Taubaté certainly a serious challenger for the Superliga, along with Sessi and Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro dominated over the years. Still the side outs keep coming for Italy. Into the technical timeout, Brazil leading by 1. Spirito coming in to serve for Italy. Vittorio will take a little breather. Isaac into the action with his first swing. Spirito goes back off. Isaac, one of the taller players, 2 meters and 8. If you'll believe the stats here, Lucas and Maurizio both taller than him at 209. That was a good effort from Bruno. He was diving after that one. Bruno not happy with the setting. Oh, look at that full stretch, so unlucky. Antonov's been serving well throughout this match. He continues to do so. That was always going close to the net, but Maurizio was determined to have a swing on that, determined that he was going to do his thing. And it's an error from him, and now Italy have the lead. Brazil call the timeout.
Palla dietro, come avevamo detto, era la palla principale di questa rotazione qua. Volleyball. Secondo me è più pari, non perfetto. Ok? Va bene? Sul primo tempo salta lettura, ricordati che contro rincorsa e c'è la difesa.
Another great serve from Antonov. He's making the difference in this match at the moment. Massive swing from Lucas. He hasn't had a lot to do. Bruno finds him brilliantly. All the pace taken out of the ball by the net. That's a great touch from Lucas to slow the ball down. Oh, Lucas sent completely the wrong way. And Italy were waiting for that in transition. I thought there was a timeout coming. Italy wandering off the court. There's a challenge coming for a net touch. Gianelli touched the net, that's the question. Gianelli pretty confident he didn't. Indeed not, the ball off the arms and rolling down the net. This is a really good effort from Italy so far. Oh, spoke a little bit too soon. But they are in control of this set at the moment if they can keep their side-out game working. Still just missing too many serves right now. He just goes up, and he was waiting for that. Put everything into it. Huge swing. Italy calling the timeout.
In modo che quelli dietro sono tranquilli e si preparano. Rinforzi in copertura. Bravo ragazzi, vai, vai!
Oh, and it's going to stay in play. What a rally that is. It looked like Italy were in huge trouble, and then Lanza comes up with an absolute belter, which Wallace knew nothing about until it hit him. And would you believe it, bottom of the net, comes back out, and it ends up with Brazil taking the point. Good up by Maurizio. And by Gianelli. 1 foot Yahoo doesn't work. The pipe attack does for Brazil. Another almighty rally. And Italy are calling a challenge. Maybe for that centre-line violation on the pipe attack. Yep, that's what Blengini's saying. Or did. It might actually be a centre-line in terms of the spike from Wallace, and did he then go under the net? So called centre-line, so that's looking at whether or not from the land. That's fine. I don't think that's what he's after. I think he's after the landing. Well, maybe not. No. So it wasn't what he wanted. Now he has to call the timeout. He thought it was a 3-metre line violation. It wasn't, just a massive leap from Wallace. Well, in fact, it was Maurizio. Incredible swing. that one's hit the floor. Half volleys are not allowed in volleyball.
That's
close. That looked more out than in. There'll be a challenge coming. I'll tell you that Lanza's view is it's not as great as the line judges. But that ball does impact down onto the floor.
The challenge by Italy. Ball in out.
Has it caught part of the line? Oh, hasn't it just? It's right on it. That's a massive serve. I have to say that from the first view of that, it did look as if it was out. Brilliant serve from Lanza.
Non farti beccare i 3 tardi che ti prendevano fuori quello lì. No, hai tempo perché lui ritarda anche con la palla buona, ok? Proviamo a trascurare la pipe, arriviamo bene organizzati. Con Wallace ci buttiamo perché non passa niente.
Set point then for Italy. Lanza, could he get another ace? That would be something special, wouldn't it? No, it's not to be. Another set that goes to 24 each point. Lucarelli. Good up by Rafa, but it won't come back despite Renan going after it. And so it is Italy again with a set point. Double substitution is reversed. And Rafael goes off. Along with Renan, back in comes Bruno and Wallace. Santos way over the top. It wasn't the best of swings, didn't matter. It was deep, there was nobody there. Brazil had the point. And we keep on going. Bruno immediately saying to the ref, no touch, no touch, no touch. And then as soon as it was called against him, puts his hands up and says, yeah, I did touch it. Set point number 3 for Italy. And it's a huge block from Antonov and a massive celebration. Italy take the set 27-25 and they lead 2-1 over Brazil. Well, if there was ever a wake-up call for Brazil, that must be it. Isaac keeps his place on court for this fourth set for Brazil. And no changes, as you might expect, for Italy, leading as they are by 2-1. It'll be an error from Wallace as he catches the antenna with the ball. Wallace hits such crazy angles from that right-hand side of court. If you don't get that middle block out to help, then you're in trouble. Vittori wraps it off the block and gets it away, so Italy have the side out, they have the lead. Another swing that is not going to be dealt with by Italy as Wallace puts that one away. Just watch Wallace's approach. 1, 2, 3, tiny steps from him, but he's got such a big leap. Filippo Lanza able to work the block. It'll be a big net touch by Bruno, unfortunately, as he's taken all the way back to position 1. Not often that he'll make that kind of a mistake. But players don't want to be passing the ball all the way over there. He's at 4 at the moment. They want to pass the ball to 3, so he doesn't have so far to go. Big swing from Lucarelli. Head coach for Brazil having a look at the stats so far from the match, trying to figure out a way where, or what the difference is between the two teams and what Brazil need to do to get better. Are very good at hitting that line shot. Chair's just getting in the way of Maurizio. How did that not hit the floor? Brilliant from Filippo Lanza. And then Maurizio it is who puts it down, but firstly the serve from Lanza, and then secondly the dig from Lanza. They were incredible. Maurizio makes the finishing point, but that's such a swing from Lucarelli. What a dig that is by Lanza. Good leave. Isaac serving has left a lot to be desired for this competition and for a player of his level. Only got 1 in so far. Well, ITA will be pleased with the way that this is going at the moment. They're keeping the scoreboard ticking over. They have a 2-point margin, so they're always siding out to keep that 2-point lead. And even though it's a very early stage, if that scenario went all the way through to the end, they'd be siding out for the match. And this is where Italy need to keep their calm, keep siding out off of the serving pressure from Brazil. It's no holds barred volleyball, that's for sure. You can hear the grunting as these guys are getting up and swinging hard on the ball. But it's Italy who are keeping the lead as they do at the moment by 2 at the technical timeout and leading by 2-1. Well, for once, Antonov doesn't find his mark. He's been serving superbly well in this match for Italy. Vettori working his magic. That's what makes setters great. Nothing flash from Bruno, just gets out wide, sees exactly he's got an option. And Wallace again with that little volley into the block, getting the block out. A little bit of frustration for Brazil at the moment, serving-wise. It doesn't happen for them. Ginelli's now going to go back and try to punish Brazil. Brazil get their side out. Well, Vettori waited and waited, and that just gave Brazil time enough to get that block formed and across the net. Bruno who makes the block. And Brazil with Bruno make another one. 2 in a row from Bruno. Well, going to challenge this. It did come down pretty quickly, but didn't look like it came down in time to land in.
The challenge by Brazil. Ball in out.
Indeed not.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
Lovely from Lanza. It was 111 kilometers an hour, that spike speed. And Lucarelli comes back with just about the same. Oh, good up. Ball's gone, there's no point looking at it. There's no ball mark, it's not the sand. Maybe get the referee to come off of his stand and come down and have a check. Incredible. Lucarelli having a look at that, the ball's gone. It wasn't hit that hard to leave an impression, but a challenge it is nonetheless, so we're going to find out for sure whether or not that ball was in or out. The thing you can't see with the naked eye is the ball as it impacts on the floor. And that impact and that squidge of the ball, I've seen it land in. So 2 unsuccessful challenges now for Brazil. I don't think they've got any left, they haven't. Well, that's a good dig. And it is a dig under these circumstances, not a pass. Well, Italy have got away with that. That's what Brazil feel. They feel that that was a throw from Filippo Lanza. Don't really want to go block out. You can't really go block out, can you? Trying to go with the wipe off from there. How long does it stay in his hands for? Well, not too long. Well, that's the only way to respond. Let the volleyball do the talking. Brazil can ill afford to get into any kind of shenanigans. Bruno's still unhappy. When players can get like that, it can either fuel them or it can make them worse. And certainly fueling Maurizio. That's another brutal serve from him. skittling Kolachi. That's an error. It's been given as in by Brazil. In fact, it's been given as a touch, in fact. So they're not happy with that. They're going to challenge the touch. Well, then they're saying the ball was in. But then Brazil won't be able to challenge that because they have none left. Well, you just saw Lucarelli pointing at the ball in. Everyone's walking off. You're not supposed to walk off the court. You've got to stay on it. Which means, obviously, the challenge isn't coming then, so they've given it, and Italy haven't challenged it. So the score is as is. Bruno just loves to do that in transition. If he can find that middle from those kind of positions where it doesn't look like he's going to go to the middle, then that's where he goes. That's incredible. Lucas. Spirito coming in again. Oh, just scary volleyball at times. Must have been a bit of a scary moment for Gianelli. So Italy calling the timeout, Brazil getting the edge at the moment in this set.
principali di loro gioco. Quando c'è lui avanti, tendono a giocare dal suo lato. Lo vediamo, lui sa che cosa deve fare. Ok? Non tem sete. Dois não tem sete. Vamos! Bora, bora! Essa é 7, eu tenho 7.
Brazil could go 3 in front here, and they have done. Lucarelli gets it in between Piano and Gianelli. It does look like we're going to go to a 5th set, doesn't it? Yano's off and the captain Buti is in. Oh, what was Vittori doing? He was making some gestures or doing something with his arms as that ball was being hit, and then just didn't go and do what he's supposed to do, just go and make a dig. Well, it looks that's probably because he saw something, because there's a challenge coming here. Vittori must have seen maybe that ball caught the antenna.
By Italy, foot fault.
Oh, yes, he saw a foot fault. That was why he had his hands up. But you know, all right, you can have the challenge, but what happens when you don't have a challenge system? You have to play to the whistle, so he had to make that dig, really. He was nowhere near the line.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
Wallace with the serve. Has gone too long. Brazil getting further away here from Italy. Another timeout called. And no more left now for Italy. Wallace. Well, Vittori was the only option, and he made sure that Italy had the side out. Really nice swing from Vittori. That might stay in play if Wallace can get there in time, but he can't. Bruno won't want to see that again. So a big block from Brazil as they edge closer towards levelling up this match at 2 sets all. Maurizio completely sealing the net. Lucarelli with the serve. It's an ace serve. Antonov's been doing that plenty in this match now. Lucarelli gets one back. Off Antonov and away. Set point now for Brazil. Unforced error, Vittori. Brazil take the set, 25-18. It's 2-all. That means we're heading into a fifth set decider to see who is going to win this first game from day 2. Brazil making 3 blocks, 4 more attacks, but made 2 more errors. Backed him up though with a couple of aces, so cancelled those out. There's a race to 15 now to see which way this match is going to go. And so for one team, they'll get 2 points for the win, and the loser will get a point for forcing it and taking it this far. No technical timeouts. But the coaches have 2 timeouts, 6 substitutions, and 2 challenges. Maurizio will get things underway. And his first job is to give Italy the point. Piano will gallop in with his serve. That's a great chase from Brendel. Is it going to come back? Not quite. And Maurizio getting into trouble with his pass. And this is a very good start for Italy. Come on. Brendel chinning the floor. Mazzoni reacted so late. That ball has gone around 2 players and come back towards him before he managed to turn around in time. One big hit after another on both sides of the net. An incredible display of volleyball power. But not always the accuracy. Nicely done by Brazil in transition, turning their defense into attack. It's 3 service errors. Now Antonov with the serve. It's a huge block from Italy. No way through at all for Brazil. Sub-swing from Lucarelli. Colaci was prowling around in that corner as well. Still couldn't get it. Well, that's a big point for Brazil. They've missed all their serves. Now they get one in, it gets them a point. They're back on level terms. Brilliant. Mazzoni up and swinging on that, and Santos, who can stand there with his hands above the net, had them nowhere near. So after Mazzoni made a lovely swing through the middle, he makes a bit of a mess of that serve. Again, another error from the serving line for Brazil. Most unlike them, really. Piano makes the net touch. Brazil level again. More volleying shenanigans, that's too close to the net, surely. But Vittori does very well to keep it in play. And then Wallace, calm as you like, gets the block out. Brazil have the lead as the teams change ends in this deciding set. Nice play from Wallace, wasn't it? Just going high hands. Benjini not very happy. Maurizio with a few choice words as he gets abused by the swing from Italy, getting the hands off his block and away. Benjini can't quite believe that ball has been served out as far as it was. Maurizio now taking his time. Missed his first serve, gets his next one in when he gets back to have a chance and makes a dig. Unable to cover that swing. Lucarelli shut down big time. Wallace makes it look so easy, but it's made to look easy because Bruno puts the ball exactly where he can put it away. Spirito back off and Piano in. Italy timeout.
Sulle palle lente non saltate troppo presto contro i 2-4. Siamo abbastanza ordinati, che tirano alto e bene.
What a quality set that is from Gianelli. One-handed reverse to Vittori. That's amazing. Oh, brilliant from Vittori. Wrong footing, Brendel, and Italy have edged in front. Lanza shoving a hand in the way, and then look at that from Vittori. A serve for Italy. Maurizio is turned almost inside out and upside down by that serve from Vittori. It was unlucky, wasn't it? It's the ball cut the top of the net as it came over. Vittori goes again. Italy are in a great position now as that ball makes its way towards Osaka. Osaka is where these two teams will be in action again. This is the last day of competition here in Nagoya. Everyone up sticks for 3 more days of competition in Osaka. Vittori is leading by example at the moment. Well, this wasn't exactly what Brazil were imagining coming into this game. Well, you know what's going to happen now. Antonov is going to rip into this ball. Well, he has ripped into it. Well, it was a good leave by Brazil. Renan coming in to add some serious blocking height at the net for Brazil. 2.17 meters tall. But Italy call a timeout. Two and a half hours of play, and it could be all over with this next rally. Lucarelli serving for Brazil. Italy with 2 opportunities to side out to win the match. And they're given it. It's an unforced error from Lucarelli, and Italy have beaten Brazil here in Nagoya by 3 sets to 2. Fantastic result. Italy having to work so hard. 27-25, 27-25, the 2 sets that they won. And then taking it in the decider 15-12. Well, a fantastic game of volleyball. And Italy will be absolutely chuffed that they've got that win. Another 5-setter for them. They were beaten by Iran in 5 sets, but now they have beaten Brazil in 5 sets. And quite right, these are joyous scenes.
Selfie, man. No.
Well, that's good for Bruno. He's off and he's signing autographs straight away. That's good to see. Sometimes players, when they lose, can get pretty upset and just walk off. But Bruno, the true professional he is, and so too Renan with the fans, which is good to see. Italian team having a warm down, staying on court for the moment. Simone Gianelli is down on centre court. We can hear what he has to say.
Simone, that was a very sweet victory, I think.
Yes, it's so nice to win, and it's so nice to win against Brazil in this beautiful arena, because Brazil is, I think, one of the best teams in the world. So it was very difficult to play tonight, but for the result of yesterday against Iran. But we love stay together in the court, and we play a good volleyball, and I am very happy for this result.
Another 5-set game, 2 in a row. You must be pretty tired.
A little bit, yes. This tournament is very difficult because you play all day, and this is very difficult. But for all team is so we think only of to play.
Okay, can you give us a message for your fans in Italian?
Yes, we are here and with italiano. Ciao ragazzi, se ci avete guardato sono contento, nonostante le nostre difficoltà noi continuiamo a giocare, siamo contenti di stare in campo e non molleremo mai per questa maglietta. Ciao.
Well, a very happy Gianelli, and so he should be. They've got their victory, and they did it the hard way, and they've beaten the Olympic champions in 5 sets, overcoming their defeat against Iran in 5 sets in day 1. They'll have a rest day, and then it's off to, they go to Osaka tomorrow. 3 more days of competition to follow on from there. What a game that was, as Italy had to pull out all the stops, and Oleg Antonov will be taking a lot of credit for that and his performance, for the way that he really did deliver from the serving line, and so too did Filippo Lanza. It was a truly team performance from Italy. Here are the highlights. So congratulations then to Italy on a job well done, beating Brazil as they did by 3 sets to 2. That just about wraps it up from us here in Nagoya. But before we go, we'll just have a look at the set 5 statistics. Italy with 2 aces. And although they made more errors, and Brazil made more digs, Italy still coming away with the set and, as a result, with the match. And these are the overall match stats. Italy with 41 errors, that's huge. And Brazil made a set's worth of errors. But despite that, Italy still winning the game. Well, they do say there's lies, damn lies in statistics, but there's no getting away from the fact that Italy have won this one. They have won it in 5, so that means they don't get the full 3 points, they only get 2. And Brazil will take a point. So that's it from all of us here. We hope you enjoyed the volleyball. Still another game, or 2 more games to come, as Iran will play USA very shortly, and then after that, Japan will be in action.